All right, everyone. We're live now. Hello. This is the boss, the head honcho of the channel, Joseph Crickmore. But if you want, you can call me Joey. Um, because sometimes when people use my full name, it feels too distant and too formal. But it's fine. It's my name. Big shock there. So hello everyone, welcome to the next stream of Backstabbed in a Backwater Dungeon, because I am doing this simply because I am too impatient to wait for its anime, and I decided the best way to advertise the series, and if I'm going to be like the front runner for advertising this amazing revenge story to the world, aside from the fact that um there is a big crowd for it. It was top 20 in its year, its its debut publishing year. Like the year it was first published, it was top 25, like most liked, most starred. It was it's really good. And I'm surprised that it has such a big following that it does. So, for everyone that doesn't know this series, this is what these streams are for. My audience, if they've never heard of it, will now know of it. If I'm the only one covering the series, especially when it releases in October, especially because One Punch Man Season 3 drops at the same time, and let's be honest, I'm not making content for One Punch Man unless you guys really want it. Because I am not about to sit here and put up with comments because people don't like Season 2's animation. If I've said it once, I will say it 100 more times. Animation is not everything. You people like to meme and rag and dunk on series because of animation, and I know that that's what makes some series sell, Solo Leveling especially. I'm not saying that it doesn't work. It clearly works. My issue is when you use it the other way around and you use the animation as an excuse to trash on series, because guess what? Before things went downhill for some shows with their animation, people were praising them. And they didn't have anything negative to say. But once the animation got lower quality, suddenly everybody's criticizing it for things other than the animation. It's like it opens a floodgate. I don't like it. Okay, my live chat is up. If there's a small echo because I forgot to get my chat set up, it was just for a few seconds. It's okay now. So I'll give it a little more before we get into the thing itself. I'm. How am I put this? Yesterday was a fun day for me. Me and my brother had our graduation party again because the one we planned in June was a total bust. But yesterday was an amazing day. People actually showed up. Okay, we had 1.5 people show up in June. And by that I mean a second person showed up and only stayed for 2 minutes. And then we had one other that day. That day was kind of bad. So we did this yesterday. We had 5 total people, which for us is a blessing. Like that we actually had people show up. And it was fun. We played baseball in my backyard. I had some bases. We literally ran bases for like a mini baseball game. It was me and one other versus my brother and 2 others. So, I was on the team with the disadvantage, the 2v3. And yet somehow my team of 2 won 6-3. So that was fun. To be fair though, you could argue me and him were the 2 best hitters of the day. We were the ones hitting like crazy. So that was that. The next thing we did was a theme song guessing game that I created long ago for a different party. And the funny thing was, half of it was anime, half of it was my childhood theme songs of like cartoons and TV shows. And they were mostly stumped on the anime ones. And I was like, I'm sorry, I created this game with anime friends in mind who knew more than I did with anime songs. So, yeah, that was a weird part of the day, especially because we were just coming out inside from a very intense baseball game and we were just trying to cool off. Then we did Wii baseball because, of course, we did more baseball. I won against one of the other guys because Wii baseball is only 2 players, and I won best 2 out of 3. And then everyone left, and then we were just chilling after the party was over, and I showed my parents and my brother Dude Perfect videos for the first time. And they instantly loved the content that they saw. I showed them a lot of Dude Perfect videos yesterday, and let's just say they are fans of Dude Perfect now. I showed them all sports golf battles. I showed them model rocket battles, which I then showed them the video of Kobe Cotton going to space. I showed them the bucket list video for the aircraft carrier. And I showed them Tyler Toney getting a hit on Texas Rangers pitcher Jose Leclerc. And that was only because we only had time for those videos. I still have plenty of Dude Perfect videos that I love that I have to show them. And, well, okay, technically my dad saw the bowling trick shot videos on a different day. So and the ping pong trick shot video. So I have to show him unpredictable trick shots, I have to show him pool trick shots, I have to show him their longest trick shots, I have to show them Cody racing at, was it Indianapolis, against Keanu Reeves. I have to show the bucket list vehicle video. I have to show them the build it videos. There's a lot of Dude Perfect content I have to show them because they just love it. You know what? I think that's enough. So that was basically my day yesterday. So this is all I'm releasing today. And some astute commenters made a good point that the wizard has forgotten the prediction princess. How dare he? I know that forgetfulness is a part of his job description, that it's okay to be forgetful, and that's part of the charm of his character, especially because of his blind reactions. But I'm guessing his issue came down to the fact that it got too complicated having Peach and Daisy at the same time doing the job. So before we continue with any blind series, the wizard, no, I can't trust this to the wizard. No, me, the boss, will sit down with the 2 princesses and we will talk this out. That'll be an entire update video on its own. Regardless, I also put up another poll for the Tokustroyer for Kamen Rider stuff. And boy oh boy, that sparked an entire conversation about, do I go release order? Do I do solo seasons? And it's a big deal because certain seasons like O's and Double, they get stuff released after their season, many years after their season ended. Like, O's got the anniversary movie, I think, 2 years ago. Double has Futo PI, which I would love to get another season. I've heard that manga is great. Which means I say all of that to say, what do I do for the Tokustroyer when it comes to Kamen Rider? Super Sentai is easy. Super Sentai makes it so easy to just pop on a single season and just have fun with it. Unless your name is Zenkaiger. Because then you need Dawn Brothers, and then that's a whole confusing mess. But at least it's enjoyable, I guess. So, it's all a matter of, do I care about through continuity? I kind of do, simply because some character tributes transfer over to then the new season, and then it carries over and it keeps going in this weird continuous through line until you reach Build, which was purposefully made to be in its own universe. But then you have the Heisei Generations movies, and then you have ZO being its own can of worms by being Anniversary and a time travel story, and yeah, it's a lot. And this is the thing. With most Rider seasons, I don't think the Toku Destroyer wants to miss any content that relates to a season. Unless, of course, it's not, like, visually. If it's a novel like the X-Aid novel, I don't think he's gonna care about that. I've talked enough about just housekeeping stuff for the channel, considering I'm the boss. I think it's about time we actually get this stream started. If you're watching this after the fact, I am sorry that this intro has taken so long. But what I have, so like last time, I'll show off a physical copy, and haha, oh wait, that's not number 2. That's number 3. Yeah, about that. I gifted for my friend's birthday back in April the first copy that I bought, and then I couldn't find a copy of the Volume 2 being sold anywhere else after I bought my copy. So I decided to be a homie and donated my Volume 2 to him as part of his birthday gift. And I told him, it's like, it's okay, I'll buy another one. It's been a couple months, I can't find another Volume 2. Which is concerning. I can buy physicals of all the other ones, but not 2? So that's a problem. Speaking of other recent stuff I should bring up for updates, new microphone! Hope you've enjoyed the videos so far that the new microphone has been a part of. Especially the new feature I'm able to do now. Can you hear me? Hey, you guys. Isn't that cool? I now have a built-in echo. And because I know of a certain person who would really has been requesting it, especially in the last live stream I did, I found a plugin for my browser that now gives me a laser pointer. I actually found one. So you're welcome for the person that asked for this specifically. Now then, without any further ado, I say it's time we get started with Volume 2, which is longer than the first one. The first one only had 5 chapters. Figuring out the ones that constitute this volume did a little bit of math, but I did. Volume 2 consists of Chapter 6 all the way to 14. Pack in, folks. We're gonna be here a while. Although, the schedule isn't completely ruined because of me taking time away from recording videos and letting the other guys take a break as well. There will be a surprise miscellaneous video dropping today. Because yes, my channel still does those. The whole random video whenever I have the time to record something big format hasn't gone away. It's just that stuff is now stuff that takes way longer to produce. But it'll be something that drops by the end of the day. It'll be definitely for the Toku fans out there. And if you're not a Toku fan, you can still enjoy it because it's all music. Now then, if there's nothing else I have to say, or if anyone wants to start the conversation, I will get started with Chapter 6, Operation Adventurer. Lord Light? Now we're headed for a dwarven town, yes? Yes, Dagas. It's It's been loaded with people since a dungeon formed there. Nimumu, up here it's safe, but take care not to use his true name. Right, don't call me Light down there. I'm Dark. Got it? That is funny. That is actually very funny. He's like, yeah, don't use my real name. Go for the opposite of my name. I'm Dark. Oops, sorry. Thank you, Lord Dark. Operation Adventure is officially underway. Here's the plan. We'll rise up the ranks of adventurers and get Dark's name out there. If I kept adventuring as Light, I might be recognized from the Concord of the Tribes and my revenge plan would fall apart. Yeah, that's one reason why I picked Dagas. It's pretty far from the Concord's old stomping grounds. As we rise in rank, we'll gain contacts, information about nations and powerful people. A high rank should allow you to learn about this master. That's right, Gold. That is literally our objective. Yep. Whoever or whatever it is, I want to find it before any government does. Good point. Unless, of course, certain countries are already hoarding that knowledge because if, the Concord of the Tribes was set up with that goal in mind, then there's got to be nations that already know of their existence. Right? At home, Ellie's preparing my revenge on Sasha. We'll focus on boosting our ranks until she's ready to move. Yes, sir. Roger. Oh, look, Lord. Dark. Dagas and its dungeon are at the foot of that mountain. Okay. We'd better land here and take the road into town. We don't want them to think golden armor fell from the sky. So it's your fault. The road's just ahead. Lord Dark. Okay. If at the moment it is feeling very much like Overlord, especially in the season 1 era of the series, and like I keep saying, there's nothing wrong with that. I love Overlord as well. So this is fun. Hand over everything you've got. Okay, just don't hurt my child. Shut up and unload, Humie. That doesn't look like a nice woodland picnic. That's surface life for you. Dwarven highwayman. Huh? The hell's that? That guy's armor is hurting my eyes. Hey, Goldie, get your ass out of here. Damn, you're too flashy, Gold. Ah, oh, that's funny. You're too flashy. That was good. Lee! Hello. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. It's nice to have you on. You just got in right towards the beginning of the chapter, so you didn't even miss that much because I kind of had a really big intro. I had a lot of stuff I had to talk about. Ha! It's the way of the Auric Knights. Oh, friends too, huh? The wench is a real looker for a human. Talk about striking gold. It's our lucky day, boys. What should we do? Gold, you take the dwarves by the trees. We'll save the family. No killing, got it? As you wish. You like my golden armor, do ya? Don't be shy, come and take it. So you saw us, eh? You got it, Goldie. I'll take that armor, along with your head. Weapon against helmet, weapon breaks. What? How? This hammer's solid steel. Oh, look at Gold. Look at this man. Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure Gold's a dude. He's never taken his helmet off in the whole series. I'm pretty sure he's a dude. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And then he gives the dwarf the good old Beerus flick. Boom. That's funny. Oh, that's funny. And he's out of here. Here. Little moths drawn to my golden light. Witness the strength of an auric knight. Wow. That was actually a rhyme. Unintentionally, but that was a good rhyme. That was good. I'll give it to you, Gold. How's the big one so strong? Who the hell are you guys? Put down your weapons and we'll let you go. Oh. You were here from the beginning, okay. But you were eating. Ah, understandable. Very understandably. So, like I said earlier, there will be a video dropping later. And I'll of course have to figure out how to film it because YouTube and because it's going to be a reaction to Kamen Rider openings. I may as well just say that. Because the music is good. I never know the right amount of editing to do, so if the video doesn't make its way to YouTube because YouTube loves to be a pain in my career, a pain in my channel's production, or even just a pain in my ass, I'll make a post on YouTube with a free Patreon link because Patreon is my homie. Patreon is my homie. This Yumi has one friend who can fight and thinks he's hot shit. We're dwarves, son. Level 200. Remember, Nemumu, no killing. We're adventurers after all. Yes, my lord. Woo! Look at that. Look at that. What the? Lord Dark deserves your respect. If it were me, you'd be dead. If it were up to me, you'd be dead. No, wait, no, not yet, no. I was trying to do the whole... I'm still new to this whole laser pointer. Shing! It really is your lucky day. My fight is finished too, my lord. If one could call it a fight. Are you okay? That was crazy! How'd she do that? Who are you guys? Thanks for the ride. But you really don't have to. I won't hear it, sir. You saved our lives. I owe you. I've never seen a human take out dwarves like that. And the guy with the armor, amazing. We two are nothing special. Lord Dark here is stronger than us both. She's telling the truth. Nemumu and Gold are only level 5,000. They're definitely not the top of the food chain in Light's domain. But still, once again, should be pointed out, they're not weak either. I so badly just want to do an entire separate video once I'm done with Season 1's content that I predict will be Season 1. I'm just going to make a video where it's like I go through all the major characters and like voice acting. Pick apart the teaser trailer again. Who will voice these characters in English? Because I know no Japanese voice actors at all. The only Japanese voice actor I can recognize off the top of my head is, I think Ainz' Japanese voice actor. Was it Satoshi? But then I think also Dio's Japanese voice is Clayman. Because everyone kept commenting that, and I was like, oh, it is Dio, isn't it? So those are the only two voices I recognize in Japanese. And it's really hard to recognize. But I would love to just do that. But then the issue becomes... voice actors can put on character voices. They can put on, if half-heartedly, they can put on accents. It's all a matter of what voice would fit the character. Especially when the pool of voice actors grows with every year. Because look at Sakamoto Days. Half of its cast are new voice actors. where the other half are like talented veterans, and then you have Alexa Bliss. It almost makes me want Gold to be voiced by John Cena. And his name is Gold. No, is that just me? For real? That truly was incredible. What brings you to Dagos? Let me guess. Here for some dungeon diving? You must be pretty big name adventurers. Not yet. We're still aspiring adventurers, to be honest. But we'll be registered soon enough. What? What? Yeah, that was technically their first accomplishment as adventurers. We plan to sign up with the Dagos Adventurers Guild and head right to the dungeon to start ranking up. Makes sense. Dungeons get you ranked up quick. We've heard that Dagos' dungeon's popular for a reason. Sure is. Dagos is on the border with the Elven Queendom. It sees its share of territorial squabbles, but the quality of the dungeons keep adventurers coming. It's a boom town in the borderlands. Wow. So let's look at the map. Dagos is right there. The Human Kingdom, which will become relevant later, is here. The dwarves are over there, which will be relevant later. And the Elven Queendom, which will become relevant actually pretty soon, is right here. So our base of operations is like near the border. Trying to figure out where Light's empire is going to be tricky because you have to know where the abyss is. The deepest dungeon. You have to know where Light's dungeon is. And I'm pretty sure it's near the Beastmen country. Cause wasn't that because Garu was like really close by or something? No, that probably doesn't track. I don't think they said where the dungeon is located, did they? No. It's worth thinking about. Humans make up a good number of those trying their luck. I don't know a better place for humans to beef up their ranks. I can't wait to get there! You picked the right destination, Lord Dark. I must say, I've lived in Dagos for years, but I've never seen humans like you before. Of course not! Lord Dark is one of a kind! He can do his own boasting, Nemamu. Ha! Look up ahead! We're here! Oh, here we are! A dwarven city! Dagos! They made it. And look at where it's located. Wow. It's right at the foot of a mountain. Are you sure we can drop you off here? I've barely repaid you. You've done plenty, really. Thanks for the directions to the guild hall. One more thing. I actually happen to run an inn for humans. The nicest in town, if I say so myself. Well, well. If you require lodgings, our doors are open. We'll gladly see to whatever you need. We'll think about it. We'll be off then. Bye, guys. He was an innkeeper. With a flair for promotion at that. A good friend to make. Indeed. All right then. Into town we go. Wow. Are all surface towns like this? Oh, right. You two have never been to one. Yep. I've studied them a bit. Armor and weapon shops aplenty. Where there are adventurers, there are smiths. Especially in dwarf territory, it's kind of their thing. You are not wrong. That seems to be one constant in, like, all fantasy fiction. Does that make sense? Fantasy fiction? No. All fantasy is fiction. What am I saying? Eyes ahead, Nemamu. Do you want to get lost? How could I? I could spy your armor across town. Come on, you two. The guild. Whoa, check them out! Is that some flashy armor? Wait, what? Hold on. Are those the kids that are going to get introduced really soon, or are those just random kids? That's a good question. I think they're just random passerbys. It should have been in this plaza. Aha! Is that it, my lord? Dagas Guild Hall. This is the place. That was the whole chapter? Wow. Feels weird that they put that in Volume 2 and not Volume 1. But I guess the way they split that up, I suppose. So this is a guild hall. Each town's hall is unique. Wow. First things first, let's find the reception desk and sign up. Unacceptable? What's this? Rank me as you will, but Lord Dark is no F-rank rookie. Pipe down, Hume. Everybody starts at F. That's the rule. Can you get that through your thick skull? Okay. Okay, buddy, we get it. It's the rule. You don't have to be rude about it. Lord Dark is exceptional. You can't bind him to your pathetic rules. Yes. I think she's being a little too obvious. We're in public now, guys. Maybe tone it down. I know that's hard for you to do, but tone it down by like 5 on the loyalty scale. He should start at A rank. No, S. No, higher. That's not how this works. He needs a rank that shows he's S rank and masterful. And S&M. Whoa. 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 Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Did she just say S&M rank? How did I miss that the first time I read this? Or a couple times. How did I miss that line? I don't think they're keeping that one in the anime, folks. Hey, yo! Dial it back, Nemamu. That doesn't sound as respectable as you think. Thank you, Gold. At least someone understands what that actually means. It's not an adventuring label. Thank you. Thank you. Dear Lord. Okay. I guess I've brought this up before, especially in the prediction video way long ago, that this series needs a certain age limit. It needs to be written as, like, specifically because it needs to keep in these moments. If they manage to sneak that one past the translators for the subtitles, or even into the dub script, I will literally have a standing ovation. Because getting that one into the anime would be insane. Man, I feel sorry for Light. I agree. There's nothing wrong with loyalty. It's just that they are, they're overboard. Not in the way of other characters and other fantasy stories where they have loyalty and stuff. I mean, to be fair, in all of those stories, you have people that are overboard and overdramatic. I mean, my favorite Tensura character is, well, okay. Favorite is weird because he should have been in the anime, and I love his novel scenes. So my favorite Tensura character is Zijin. But if I can't say Zijin, then my favorite is Diablo. Man, I loved all of that aura he was exuding. And then when he joined Rimuru, he was just the Glazer. It was fun. It still is fun. I enjoy everything Diablo does. And back when I found Overlord for the first time, I loved Demiurge. Not that that has changed, mind you. I still love Demiurge's character. And once again, people, I don't care that Overlord writes them as villains because that's technically what they are. Remember, the series is what it is. The main character is not a hero. They are the protagonist. This is the series that finally tells you that's the difference. Because so often, you were taught about literature and stories that the protagonist is the hero. They never give you the option to be like, can a protagonist be a villain? Because this is literally my experience with how I learned about these elements of literature. I was taught. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. Why did this shift? I didn't want this to shift. Why? What? What? I had this set up perfectly and everything. Excuse me a minute. I thought I set this up. Why is it suddenly like this again? There. Well, did I cut off parts of panels for anyone? I apologize. Okay, that should look better anyway. Still though, if they manage to sneak this one past the translators, I will lose it. I will have like I will make a big deal out of this specifically because look at this, people. Something like this managed to get past censors. Because you know how some people are with censors. I am very famously anti-censorship. If something is for a specific audience, don't change it to fit a different audience. Just market it differently, idiots. That's how you end up with the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Dub. That's how you end up with things like the Shadow Realm in the first place. Or, some Pokemon episodes just not airing in America ever. If you ever wondered why Ash suddenly had 30 Tauros out of nowhere, it's because the episode he caught them in was banned because of showing real guns in the Pokemon world. And a very culturally insensitive mustache. If you know what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm talking about. But once again, sometimes parody means different things to other countries. This is why I'm anti-censorship. This is the case of, then don't market it the way you're marketing it. Why am I continuing to talk about this? I don't know. Well, that is kind of weird because when it comes to literature in general, there are characters that are as gray as you can get, and I'm talking about the protagonist of the story. I see. Okay, Lee. I think I get what we're going for. Well, that's true. I guess okay, maybe it's a case where I was given specific things to read, and then the things I gravitated towards in my own time were definitely different than the stuff I read now, obviously. I mean, the big resurgence, you could argue a renaissance for me about getting back into reading, was manga and light novels. I mean, my first light novel was The Overlord Holy Kingdom, specifically that arc. Those two, because at the time, those were the only two at my bookstore. And I read them without most of the context for the series, and I still found the two-parter to be enjoyable. Whereas with, Slime was the one where I finished the season when it came out, season 2, and I had to know what came after the Octagram. So I went that week, started buying the novels in bulk when I could find them, and I started reading them extensively, and I fell in love with the novel, and so I have now reread volume 17 a couple times because it's the side story volume. I found so much enjoyment in the Velgrin story and the Primordial Demon story that I keep rereading them because I just don't have the time to find volume 18. So I would make the argument that anime got me back into reading for fun. Because when I look back at the books I had to read, I didn't find any enjoyment in them. Man, I feel sorry for you. Starting all the way from the Holy Kingdom in the middle of nowhere is kind of not a good choice. Okay, it wasn't completely out of nowhere. I think at the time I had watched 2 seasons, 2 or 3 of the Overlord seasons, because I was definitely caught up for season 4. But yeah, I think it was either season 2 or 3 I stopped at, and I didn't know that the Overlord seasons were adapted from novels. So when I got the novels, I was like, why is this familiar? And then I had that realization. I wasn't completely clueless to things, and the physical novels do suffer from the really bad translations. Like, seriously, they call the Sorcerer Kingdom the Kingdom of Darkness. That's the translation for it. That is so bad. How does a physical book have worse translations than a fan translated online copy? That's actually very sad. So, like, the Holy Kingdom was my first exposure to the novels. It wasn't my first Overlord experience. Let's get that clear. But it was my first exposure to the art of the novels. It was my first exposure to anything past that what I have watched. And it wasn't all of it either. It took me a while to get the 2 that were the Holy Kingdom. And by that point, I had already gotten 1 through 6. So yeah, let's bring it back to the chapter. Nemamu, you are an absolute legend for saying this without knowing any of the context by saying S&M. It's funny because that's not the acronym for it anymore. The acronym for what she's talking about these days is way more popular, and I don't even know if I should say it on camera. But it's definitely not S&M anymore. That doesn't sound as respectable as you think. That's what I said, Gold. Let's take it back. Ayo, calm down. You don't mean what you're saying, Nemamu. Especially when there are 2 women in Light's empire, his kingdom, his group that are gunning for him more than you are. You know, May and Ellie. Definitely more on Ellie. You're not helping, Gold. Look, you can follow the rules or get lost. Relax. It's no big deal. I'll work up from F like everyone else. Sorry about all that. We like to register, please. But Lord Dark. She does what Narbril does. She's not good at keeping a undercover name. Ah, I can't believe I made you apologize for me, my lord. Ah ha ha ha. A blunder for the books. All's well that ends well, Nemamu. Give her a break, Gold. Let's get to an inn before nightfall. Good idea. Where shall we stay? Let's use our new connection. The Colonel Inn. This is it? Oh ho! Not bad at all. Look who it is. Dark, Nemamu, and Gold, too. Welcome and thanks again for today. We'd figured we stay here while we're in town. You won't regret it. Our hospitality is second to none. All free of charge, of course. Thing is, we have 3 major requests. Okay, Light. First off, we need the entire top floor for a month. Whoa. That's actually very specific. I don't remember why you needed only the top floor. And why a month? Do you really need that much security that you can't have anyone else near you? You guys are so high level, I'm pretty sure that no one would be able to spy on you. Second, as long as we're here, nobody is allowed up there, not even staff. Okay. I guess that's doable. As long as they are returning the kindness in turn for giving these conditions, and that does seem very suspicious. I guess if you were... No, to be fair, no. This guy's not going to care. He's in their debt. If they make this request, I'm pretty sure he'll just be like, yeah, go right ahead. There's 300 gold pieces for the month. Let me know if it's not enough. Nonsense. I can't accept. Third request, take the money. Do that and we're even. Well, I mean, when you put it that way. Very well, sir. Everything will be exactly as you ask. Thank you. I'll show you to your floor as soon as it's ready. And then as soon as Light gets there, he's like, release! Pretty sure, let's see. Ow. The novels gave a better indication of what he was doing with these cards. I can't make out what they are. Okay, that's silence. I think that one is detection. And that one is obstruct magic. Okay. Okay, that was easier to read than I thought it would be. So he's basically making sure that they can't be heard, that they can detect enemies, and that they obstruct magic on the floor. I guess that makes sense why you would need the whole floor, but couldn't you just limit it to the room you're in? That feels very... I'm guessing that these cards have wide fields of effect, and for it to cover everything, they need to use the whole floor. Which I guess makes sense. There. Nobody listening or watching or spying with magic items. We can now speak at will. Where did that money come from, my lord? One of our friends came here as a merchant and earned it. I wouldn't give the innkeeper fake gold. You know what? That's very good. Right, we wouldn't want to get him in trouble. But even our fake money from my unlimited gacha is made with gold. It'd be hard to tell the difference. Excuse me, what now? Your gacha gives you fake money, but it's so indistinguishable from real money that it's just real money? What does that even mean? Fake money from the gacha is made with gold. It'd be hard to tell the difference. What do you mean it's made with gold, but it's fake money? What does that mean? If it's made of a material that would be made into currency, it's not fake then. What's the point of calling it fake? I can create all the money we want, but let's not spend too much. We don't want to tank the economy here. At least he's smart enough to know that he can't just flaunt his money around. Lord Dark, I understand why we're doing all this, but even as strong as you are, adventuring is dangerous. What if there's an accident? Wouldn't it be safer not to do this yourself? You could just command us from the abyss, Nemamu. You wouldn't deprive me of my revenge, would you? Never! I just thought... Or maybe, you intend to try to stop me? Ooh, that is a terrifying aura. The only thing that comes to mind in terms of how they could animate this scene is, Apocalypse Bringer Minnogira, where, the other characters in the verse see the main character with this, like, shadow and glowy eyes, like a very terrifying entity. If they do that here, oh, that'd be so cool. That is crazy, and it doesn't really make sense. Good. I'm glad I'm not the only one that saw that that just doesn't make any sense. Fake money! Made with real gold! No one would be able to tell the difference. Then why is it called fake money? Sometimes the gacha does things that are so unnecessary. Especially because there's no one in this world that has, like, the skills to be able to recognize it's fake. It's because it comes from a place of such high appraisal status. Remember, May said she was the only one who could appraise his skills. A level 9,999 maid. Therefore, who would appraise the money and notice that it would be fake? No one. I'm sorry, my lord. I overstepped my station. Ha 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 ha. A man doesn't mind a little risk. Some things he has to do himself, and damn the danger. Our Lord wants revenge on his own terms, by his own hands. What could be more manly than that? Okay, fine. I could see Christopher Sabat being gold. He did a similar character with Elfman in Fairy Tale. I could totally see it. He's already tanking the economy. What are you talking about? Okay, fine. It's funny though. He's like, let's not tank it more. And I'm like, but you and what you're doing is already going to. uh, I guess you could argue he also said he has merchants on the surface which come from his unlimited gacha that are earning him real money as well. So I guess the way this works is he has a combination of an infinite money generator and people that are earning him real money. So then he combines the two so that way no one knows that there's fake money mixed in with real money because it all looks like real money. So I wouldn't say he's completely tanking the economy, but that is a funny thing to think about. If he wanted to, he could. And that would be one way to cripple a nation. I mean, hell, wasn't that Rimuru unintentionally doing that before season 2? Which is why Falmouth did what it did? He unintentionally took away their economy, and they went to war. So, after Slime Season 2, I have a better understanding that money really does motivate people to do crazy things. And by crazy, I mean somehow turn on an entire nation against people because they lost a little capital. Then again, the Holy Church used that as an excuse to brand Tempest as monsters and enemies to humanity, but that didn't go over well, did it? No, of course not. They attack Tempest. What happened after that? Oh, I know! All your army, dead. The Otherworlders you summoned, dead. Okay, except for Shogo, but Razin and... Okay. It's a weird mess. What else happened as a result of you being an idiotic country, not taking the diplomatic route, and thinking that it would be an easy victory? Oh, I know! The awakening of a new demon lord! Did you hear that in the back? I said, a new demon lord! And that's not even the half of it. What else did Rimuru do because of that? He learned that Clayman was doing something shady. And because of that, he now has insider knowledge. What else happened? The death of Shion and some citizens. That's kind of a big deal. What else happened because Falmouth attacked because they were too busy worrying about the tiny profit that they wouldn't make anymore? Okay, if it was this big of an issue, of course they would go to war. But then overblow it out of proportion because they wanted to take more than they deserved. Like, Rimuru was doing them damage without knowing it, but they went too far on the retaliation. Because what else happened as a result of this? Rimuru took out their entire army, 20,000 strong. What else? The summoning of Diablo? The release of Veldora? So much earlier than Rimuru expected? Him making his move at Walpurgis? Taking out Clayman like it was nothing? I mean, well, Clayman also had other motivations in mind. He was doing plenty with Eurazania. He tried thinking he had Malim under his control when that was just a straight up lie. So think about it. Half of... Not even half. The whole rest of the series' existence is the way it is simply because one country lost a little economy, a little capital, and decided to go full-blown violence. They weren't like Dwargon, who would want to go there first to test the waters and then make a treaty. They weren't like Bloomond. Why am I still talking about slime? It's because I now know the terrifying might of money toppling a country. Light can technically destroy any country he wants in just their economy. He doesn't even have to deploy soldiers or his best troops or anything. He could technically, like, stop a country in its tracks with their money. In any case, Gold, the Auric Knight, calls none milord but the manliest of them. Ah ha 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 ha. Sorry, Nemamu, I got too emotional there. You were only looking out for me, and I went and scared you. No, Lord Light, it wasn't my place to say. Let me renew my vow of loyalty to you. Sure, I guess. If I may. Oh, no. Yep, I forgot that this is what they meant by vow of loyalty. Kissing the foot shows subordination. Does it? Does it actually? Is there any evidence anywhere in medieval fantasy or even medieval culture, like the actual Dark Ages for us? Is this actually a sign of loyalty? Or is this just a fantasy made up for this story? This genuinely has me curious now. Is this a real thing? Or is the story messing with me? Or is Nemamu just following in May and Ellie's lead? Many I've summoned beg to do it like it's a reward for them. Personally, it makes me so embarrassed. I knew it. Is this what you're into? Bastard! Don't you dare turn my beautiful vow of loyalty into something lewd. All I see is you practically rutting at a half-grown boy's feet. Yes! Thank you, Gold! I think it's the third option. Made up for the series. Okay. Thank you. That solved that riddle. Because I wouldn't think kissing the foot in any realistic setting, even if it's, like, absolutely medieval, would be a sign of loyalty. I'm pretty sure they had better ways of doing that. Because isn't the whole saying, kiss my boot, supposed to be an insult? Rutting? That's not... I'm not... No! Then why so flustered? Admit it! That's enough, you two. Tomorrow we head into the dungeon to increase our ranks. But remember, once Ellie's ready for a revenge on Sasha the elf, that takes top priority. Got it? Got it, Lord Light. That dungeon will know the true essence of an Auric Knight. Get your non-perishable rations here. Cheap. Don't head to the dungeon till you've had breakfast, Kebab. Potions. Liniments? You need them, we got them. I guess we have to wait our turn. That must be the dungeon entrance. Wow. What a line. So many vendors, too. Mostly humans, beast folk, centaurs, and dwarves. Not many other tribes here. Dwarves run this dungeon, which explains the lack of elves. Their tribes haven't gotten along for ages. All the other missing tribes just live too far away. So you have such insight, Lord Dark. Damn. Check out the armor. Check out the chick. Babe alert. What's with the kid? His mask creeps me out. Figures we'd stand out. Ah, well, it's not a problem for Dark. By the way, we're walking in this order for a reason. Gold's in front like a shield. Of course. I'm in the middle, so I'm easier to protect. With her sharp senses, Nemamu covers the rear. I doubt anyone here could take us, but it never hurts to be careful. True. Our marching order was Nemu's idea. What if something were to happen to you? Apparently this hug is a part of her plan too. You don't say, Nemu. You don't say. The back of my head is pressing into her soft bits. It's awkward, but she insists, so I deal with it. Deal with it, huh? Light, I think you should probably tell her to stop. Did he only summon nymphos? I mean, to be fair, I guess it is a case that he purposefully halted his own aging. He would be 15 at this point, but he did it for purely selfish revenge reasons. But once again, I find this to be so shockingly blunt. So when I keep referencing the moments that I feel like the anime will either cut out or tone down, like this is another one. If this one makes it past even just releasing on Japanese television in October, I'll be surprised. So that's why I'm doing these streams. It's another way of being like, look here, people. This is what the series is. If the anime's not like this, I'm gonna be disappointed. Lord Dark, look! Those fiends! Yeah. Tss. Cutting in line. 3 of them. In hoods. The first one's carrying something. Whatever it is, it looks heavy. They must be really strong. The next one looks strong too, but not like the first. The third one's just lugging all their stuff. Well, what do we do? I don't know. Do something, brother. Think. What's under those hoods? What if they're dragon newts? Good point. The party they cut ahead are about my age. The party they cut ahead are about... The party they cut ahead of are about my age. I guess it's up to me. About your age? Dude, you halted your aging by 3 years. Like... Moving forward, how do we describe Light's, like, age? Is he still just a 12-year-old, even though he should be a 15-year-old? I wonder if the anime is going to add an explanation to that, because the novel and the manga make it so vague. He's like, yeah, I stopped my aging. I'm like, so what? You experience time now, but you don't age. And you're... Very interesting. Hey, you in the hoods! Didn't you notice there's a line? Huh? And that's the end of the chapter. Okay, yeah, chapter 8, Into the Dungeon. Are you seriously trying to lecture me? Do you see anyone else cutting in line? How dare you? Do you know who you're mouthing off to? How could I? You've got a hood hiding your face. If you're some famous adventurer, you should know there's no cutting. Where are your manners? Ah ha ha ha! Well said, my lord. How do you expect us to know who you are in that ridiculous hood? Are you drunk? A bit too early for that, Do as Lord Dark says and get to the back of the line. Everyone else here knows the rules. If you can't figure it out, you must be stupid. What was that? Hey, yeah, the kid's right, you jerks. Yeah, none of us know who you are. Get to the back where you belong. Listen up. You humans are lower than insects. Fine, we're insects. But we're insects that follow the rules. Burn. Now that you understand, please back of the line. Wow. Look at that. Look at that. That is so impressive. I'll shut that mouth of yours. Not so rash, please. It's not prudent to use you-know-what where everyone can see. Damn humans. Listen up, worms! This isn't over! Pardon my associate. Move! Whoa, you did it! Good going, kid. You too, lady. You're all right. Oh, stop. We only said what everyone was thinking. Yeah, but you had the guts to say it. More like because they can afford to, because no one's gonna hurt them. That'll teach them to look down on humans. Man, that felt good. Hell yeah! Ah ha ha ha! You're a celebrity already, my lord. Excuse me. Thanks for helping us. We didn't know what to do. We couldn't pick a fight with a stronger group. Sorry we got you caught up in it. No apology needed. Nobody likes a line cutter. I mean, they skipped ahead of us too. Indeed, no trouble. A cutter is a line's worst enemy. Good thing these guys had our backs, boss. By the way, sweet mask. Hey, is that armor real gold? Quit it, Gimra. That's rude to ask. Oh, come on, don't you want to know too? Yeah, we sure do. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Of course you're drawn to the splendor of my golden armor. Now, as to whether it's true gold, it's not. It's a big, shiny fake. Wow, way to throw him under the bus. Head to toe in gold, as if. Gold is too soft a metal for armor. Minecraft would beg to differ. Minecraft would beg to differ. It's not that soft. My friend here just likes to stand out. Well, that does make sense. Sorry, sir. He didn't mean anything by it, honest. Relax, please. Gold's just, particular about his outfit. We prefer questions over the bandits he attracts any days. Gold's armor is real gold, but alloyed with a rare metal that makes it super strong without dulling its luster. You might think all this attention makes things harder for me, but it's an even easy way for our party to gain notice. That is actually really cool, that it is real gold, but it's mixed with something else that makes it actually really strong. I guess everyone has their own thing. None of these adventurers will ever forget the night of the odd fashion sense. That's kind of messed up though, but I guess Gold doesn't really care. Is this your first time at Daga's dungeon? Does it show? Every tier of this dungeon is way bigger than most. Folks set up camp and sleep down there. You guys don't have tents, so I figured you're new here. If I were you, I'd bring some outdoor gear next time. I see. It's true. All the others are carrying more than just weapons. Indeed. We're the only ones who packed light. Oh, that's funny. That's funny, Gold. Because you said his name. Let's keep going. We're just... Oh, hang on, yeah. We're just getting the lay of the land today. We'll come back ready to spend the night later. Good thinking. Thanks a lot for the tip. It's nothing. I'm sorry I can't do more after how you helped us. Next party! Boss, it's our turn. Well, we're off. Thanks again. See you later, guys. Alas, we didn't think to bring baggage. We all have item boxes, so it just didn't occur to us. Wait, huh? Wait, what? You all have item boxes? Wow, okay, I guess that's not really a specific skill that only one of them would have. Wow. It's easy to forget normal packs when you're so used to those. Yes. Item boxes are pretty rare, so it might look odd to have 3 of them. Maybe only one of us should declare theirs, or we could hide them in fake baggage next time. Good idea. Next party! We'll figure that out on our way down. I've never been in a dungeon besides the Abyss. A change of scenery, then. The world's full of all types of dungeons. It's hard to imagine. Just what is a dungeon anyway? I always thought I understood them well enough, but they're pretty bizarre when you think about it. Each dungeon's like a puzzle. To solve it, you gotta understand its dungeon core, the center around which the dungeon is formed. I don't know what a dungeon core is really. Not even Ellie does, and she's a level 9,999 Forbidden Witch. Sorry, I don't know. Wow. Even she doesn't know? Nemamu needn't try to guess then. Oh, but you can, Gold? None of us can. We have that in common. We have something in common? Dungeons. Dungeon cores. They're even part of this world's creation myth. Ooh. We have a creation myth, eh? We'll probably find out soon enough if this myth of theirs is real or fake. In the beginning, there was only churning darkness. Then the goddess shone her light, creating the land and the 9 tribes. Remnants of the darkness formed into a monstrous god. He loved the goddess, but the land blocked his way to her, trapping him underground. He sends extensions of himself, monsters, through fissures we call dungeons. If he amasses enough monsters, he believes he'll eventually reach the goddess. To protect her, the 9 tribes born from her light fight the monsters. The monsters try to destroy the tribes that stand in their way. This war has gone on for ages. They say that's how all of this originated. Really? That's intriguing. Monsters get stronger at night because the wicked god does too. The deeper you go, the stronger the monsters get, because you're closer to their source of power. Dungeon cores are said to be concentrations of the god's strength, and fragments of his very essence. According to Ellie, nobody knows how exactly it happens, but the cores apparently form dungeons around them, by channeling magic and energy from the stars. They draw in various materials to form treasure chests and items. They spawn monsters, devise traps, create all sorts of environments. Look, Lord Dark, Lord Light, guess we've arrived. Wait, what? Oh, hold on. Not his name. Look, Lord Dark, Light. Duh. Light as in light at the end of the dungeon road. It's weird because his name is Light. Guess we've arrived. Good, I'm tired of stairs. Wow. Awe-inspiring. Dungeon cores create dungeons. And dungeons are whole separate worlds for creatures found nowhere on the surface. Oh, there we go. Woo! Chapter 9, Invasion. Okay. Hang on for a minute. I think I'm gonna put on my air conditioner. You'll have to let me know if there's weird background noise. Okay. Let me know. Is there any difference in the quality of the stream? Is there any unnecessary noise? Because I think we're still good. Gaga's Dungeon, first tier. My, almost noon already. Getting into the dungeon late has thrown off our schedule. We're only about halfway through the first tier. Damn it. Damn worms. Wasted our time. Going somewhere? Damn it. Damn it. Woo. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. No cutting in line, my ass. Who do those insects think they are? Who do they think I am? Me! The youngest ever to be accepted into the White Knights. The strongest fighting force in the whole queendom. That's me. Nobody cares. Let me say that again. Nobody cares. Genius descendant of the master himself, Kyoto. Kyoto? Is that Kyoto? Kyoto. 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 Man, sometimes I wish some names were easy to pronounce. Kyoto. Fine. Kyoto of the elves. Damn it! I'll never level up on weaklings like this. Please, Kyoto, settle down. We're after the troll in the 3rd tier. Leave the orcs of tier 1 alone. Onward and downward. Yeah, I get it, Yannick. But you know damn well I can't settle down. I'm only at level 1500. And for all I know, I've already hit my level cap. Me, the master's own heir. Be rational, Kyoto. At 1500, you're well past normal levels for an elf. You're already exceptional. There's no cause for despair. Cram it, Yannick. The blood of the one they call the master runs in my veins. You expect me to be content with 1500? I will level up! Once I get past 1500, I'll be a hero. Then the goddess will bless me as her champion. Then all the morons who've mocked me will see. I know your woes as if they were my own. As you know, I was driven out by fools who couldn't fathom my research. That's why I agreed to help you. Now let me guide you to tier 3. Alright already, let's go! The sooner you finish your research, the sooner I can finally start leveling up. As you wish. Please, comrade, do not worry. I will share the results of my work with you as we agreed. Tsk. How'd I get stuck with this shady dark elf anyway? No, this is just the goddess testing me again. Now then, shall we proceed? Yeah. Once the goddess accepts me as her champion, I'll kill all my enemies such as the scum from this morning. Just wait and see! What did you say, buddy? Just wait and see? We'll see, alright. The swamps of tier 3. They're already there. Haha. You're gonna arrive too late, suckers! Did we get all of them? What shall we do with the troll's plunder, my lord? Take the magic stone and leave the rest. Nothing else they dropped is worth taking anyway. Wow. Besides, in the Abyss, my unlimited gacha gift spits out all the cards we need. We're set for resources there. All we really need is proof we made it down to tiers 2 and 3. This is enough, Magistone. Let's head back up. These swamps have made me filthy. Oh, once we get to the surface, you'll need a bath, my lord. Allow me. I'll help you scrub that grime right off. Wait, is that the dark elf we saw in chapter 1? No. I can say that right now with confidence. That's not the same one. We'll be seeing her shortly, because the one in chapter 1 is a female dark elf, and she has her own arc. We're just dealing with 2 natural occurring bastards. 2 scum that just happen to be in Light's warpath. I have a feeling I'm probably wrong. Yeah. I just corrected you, but it's okay. Sometimes character designs in this series don't exactly help. But yeah, it is just another Dark Elf. I think the thing in this series is Dark Elves love doing research, but it's very controversial research. And you'll see what I mean when we get to the confrontation. The clairvoyance spell... No, wait. The clairvoyance card reveals the stairs to the next tier. Shadow's self in flight let us soar undetected. It's not much of a challenge, but our view is something few could witness. It's hard to believe this is all underground. What a sunset. Totally different from the abyss, huh? I'm as surprised as you are. I've never been in such a vast open dungeon. Usually it's all stone as far as the eye can see. I happen to like the abyss because it's your dungeon, Lord Dark. Thanks, Nemamu. Huh? Wait, who's that? These guys are a piece of cake. Don't get cocky. It's that party we helped. The very same youngsters. Looks like a low-level fight. Nothing to be gained from watching. 3 boys engage while the girl provides magical support, eh? Against goblins, too. If evenly matched, they can't lose. Yeah, they're holding up. But they're too focused on what's in front. Oh, no! Look behind you! Alright! Goblins down and everyone's okay. Let's grab their magic stone before any more monster... It's good to focus on the foe before you, but you should keep an eye on the rear, too. See? Wow. A bush snake! Its venom won't kill you, but it would paralyze you for a bit. If that thing had bitten Mia, we would have been caught off guard and creamed by goblins. You saved my sister Mia. I can't thank you enough. Bow to show thanks, Mia. Yes, Lord Dark. There's no time to talk. Enemies are approaching. Enemies? Great bush wolves! What are they doing here? They live way further down in the dungeon. We're no match for them. Run for it! You guys should fall back too. No, the wolves aren't the enemy. They're running from it. Huh? He's right. Wait, if they're running away, what's after them? No way. You're kidding me. A quad scythe mantis. Whoa. Now that is what I call a cool monster design. You don't ever expect a mantis to have 4 scythes. Wow. That is impressive. Yep, okay. Chapter 10, Amazement. The quad scythe mantis, huh? You know it? It's a rare monster that only shows up every 30 years. But they took out the last one 10 years ago. Aw, man, this ain't good. Elio, we've got to tell the guild. Let's run for it. The quad scythe mantis is over level 500. Mia, stun it with your ace in the hole. What? Whatever you say, Elio. Get ready to run once she stuns it. Crap. Here it comes. This is bad. Run, 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 run. It's no use. It'll be here before I finish my chant. Whoever thought long cast times on spells was a good idea needs to understand it's never a good idea. The few times I played Overwatch, you got to understand, if something takes longer than 5 seconds to cast, you'll be more likely dead before you're finished. Mercy's ultimate. 1 sec. If you're gonna run, is the mantis all ours? Indeed, it's level 500. Sounds like a chance to boost our ranks. What are you? Huh? You're really gonna fight it? Come on, get moving or you're dead. You'd need a whole guild to take that thing out. Relax, we'll be fine. Okay then. Gold? Nemamu? Let's kill us a mantis. Crazy! It's their first time here, they don't understand the danger. Allow me to go first! Hey, no fair! It blocked all of Gold's hits. It stopped my every blow without a scratch. That's actually surprising. Gold is supposed to be a whole whopping 4,900 levels higher, if my math is correct. Right? 500. He's 5,000. No, wait, no. I calculated that wrong. I'm wrong. 4,500 levels higher. There we go. Sometimes when I do math, sometimes you have to make sure you get the right math, you know? Those scythes are excellent blades indeed. In that case, maybe this'll work. Release! Oh, his cards. Yep. Fire arrow! Amazing! It deflected my lord's fire arrow. Are you okay, Nemamu? Yes, Lord Dark, thank you for your concern. Oh man, they're doomed! Those scythes are hard, strong, and super magic resistant too. Like a sword and shield combined times 4. They're not gonna make it unless we do something. Mia, give them magic support. Mia! Did you see that, Elio? Just now. He cast fire arrow without chanting the spell. Huh? He's about my age, but he can do close Oh, wait, hang on. He's about my age, but he can do combat class chant cancellation. Only really advanced mages can do that. Amazing! I, don't get it. Just hurry up and support him. Wah ha 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 ha! No need to worry, stand back and observe. This is a golden chance for you to learn the true ways of the sword and shield. I noticed something as you fought the goblins. You only use your shields to defend and swords to attack. A fair strategy, but one that sells the shield short. Sir Knight, look out! Watch this! Match your foe's timing and hit back against the blow. You see, a shield is a fine weapon for disarming your foe. Yeah, that's called the parry. I'm pretty sure that's a parry. And, Gold, that trick doesn't always work. But it is definitely good advice. Swords aren't for mindless slashing. Think through your foe's weakness and focus on exploiting it through surprise. Then strike! Combat is about ingenuity. A by-the-book approach is a dull blade indeed. I won't argue there. My turn next. I still owe you from before. Release! Fire arrows! 30 fire arrows incoming. How many can you take? 30 at once! He made me a spit without a single chant. As long as I focus on the arrows, they'll stick around even if blocked. All 30 under his control. Too cool. Converge and burn it down. Whoo, boy. Sorry, 30 fire arrows on one scythe was a bit rude of me. Let's wrap this up. He's running. The insect is running. It's smart enough to run, huh? Didn't expect that. Too bad. Release! Firewall. What? Tactical class chant cancellation? No way, just no way. He made me a god. Most elves can't even do that, and he's a human kid. He'll go down in magic history. Come on, Mia, deep breaths. Never seen her this fired up before. There's no way out now. Huh? It flies? You're up, Nemamu. Yes, Lord Dark. Leave it to me. Let's go. Be glad you helped give... Oh, wait, no, not... Be glad you helped pave Lord Darth's path to greatness. Now die! And diced up the Scythe Mantis. Alas. Hey, Gold! No whining. Lord Dark left me the killing blow fair and square. That's not it. You ruined the Scythes and Carpus. We can hardly sell them now, can we? Ah, forgive me, Lord Dark, please. Ah ha ha ha. Relax. Gold and I did just as much as damage as you. That is funny. She killed it in such a way that they can't even sell its remains. You're too kind, Lord Dark. Don't be soft on her. That was wild! 3 of them took down the Quad Scythe Mantis. Who in the world are they, anyway? They're awesome. That's what they are. They're the personification of awesome. Chapter 11. Okay, let me just check again. Okay. All that's left for our stream today is this chapter, 12, 13, and 14. 4 chapters left, people. That was awesome! Who the heck are you guys? You beat the Quad Scythe Mantis in a snap! You guys have got to be famous adventurers, right? I bet you're A rank. No, to beat that thing with just 3, you gotta be S rank! Or the elusive S, and I'm not gonna finish that joke. Nope. Nope. No, we're just registered as adventurers today. We're still F rank. No way! Perhaps we should save the talking until we've gathered the Magistone. It might take a while since someone shattered the beast. Good point. Let's pick it up. Oh, we'll help you do it. We gotta grab the ones from the goblins anyway. Magic within. Manifest yourself as water. Water ball! Feel free to wash your hands, Sir Knight. My thanks. Thanks. That would have taken ages without your help. Not at all. Again, you guys saved our lives. Thanks, too, for letting us wash up. In a dungeon, clear water is a scarcity. And yet, their mage spent some of her magic just so we could wash our hands. Don't mind if we wash up, too. These kids are already trusty adventurers. We know how precious your magic power is. Thank you for spending some on us. Please, it's the least we can do, really. Sorry, I didn't say this before, but you saved me from that bush snake. So, thank you very much! He made me a stutter. Yep, I heard that. I suggest we get moving, my lord, before other monsters show up. Ask him, Elio. Yeah, so you guys, we're setting up camp close to here. How about joining us? The sun's going down and traveling at night is dangerous. We don't have much, but we've got tents and food if you'd like. But you've helped us out non-stop since this morning. Please let us do this for you. Besides, my sister wants to ask you about magic. Nah, all right, if you insist. There's soup ready. Whoa, that looks great. Time to dig in. Wow, Mr. Dark, that's amazing. Both your parents were mages too? About that. No wonder you're so incredibly skilled. You're quite skilled for your age yourself, Mia. Oh no, I'm nothing compared to you, Lord. Lord? No. Ah! Oh no, I'm nothing compared to you, Mr. Dark. I can't cast tactical class magic. Not even with the proper chants. I don't know much about magic, but are you two really all that different? Elio! Different doesn't begin to cover it. I see. Not yet, you don't. Magic is 3 classes. Combat, tactical, and strategic class. Sometimes the way they put things into the word boxes for subtitles, or the dialogue, it feels so weird sometimes the way it's arranged. That's how they're divided. First, combat class. Single-use spells that one mage casts alone. Fire, arrow, ice sword, and so forth. Then there's tactical class. Those are spells like firewall that cover a lot of ground. Last, strategic class. Spells that create major events like meteorites, tidal waves, and earthquakes. Such powerful magic takes several mages chanting in unison. Tactical class magic separates top flight mages from the rest. What is wrong with my reading today? Dragonutes, elves, dark elves, and demon king can reach that level fairly easily. Most human mages never manage it. But Mr. Dark is different. He can cast tactical class magic with chant cancellation too. No chanting! That shouldn't be possible for a human. It's legendary. We saw history being made today. Yeah, it is really all that special? Yes, really. He could be a hero, even a champion. You're really overselling me. Aha. You can appreciate Lord Dark's splendor. Good eye. You know skill when you see it. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Praise for our Lord makes us all proud, but during a meal is not the time. To puff out your chest, however small. I know that. And who are you calling small-chested? Well, I mean, if I had to talk about that conversation, she's not that flat-chested. Just from the look of her, I mean, I know a certain vampire in a certain other series who has a smaller chest but tries to pretend she has a bigger one. So you're good, Nemamu. You don't have to be upset with the body type that you have. Who would it be but you? Sit down, Mia. Take it back! Sorry for the noise. No, we started it. I'm no good with magic stuff, but I've never seen Mia so excited before. I figure you must be amazing at it, Mr. Dark. But Mia, you're good enough to get called to the Duchy's Magic Academy. You're all wait. Oh. You'll be slinging tactical class spells one of these days. Quit it, Elio. You're messing up my hair. Sorry about that. Duchy? You mean the Commonwealth of all tribes? The Duchy of 9? Well, for the moment, that's the only time this is ever brought up. So don't expect much of a way of a expansion of this. That's the one. They say their academy is the highest authority in magical research. A recommendation to go there is no mean feat. Thing is, we lost our parents to the plague. Then we couldn't afford tuition. Not even for the school she was already attending. We had no idea how we were going to get by. Then Mia and I got together with our friends Gimra and Wordy. We've all decided to be adventurers. Oh boy. I can't believe I'm back here, but okay. It's time to face the music. What, a 4th time through? Be prepared for something tragic to happen, people. Maybe not to everyone, but someone's not getting out of this. Just be ready for that. My mission as an adventurer is to earn enough money to send Mia to the academy where she belongs. Come on, boss, it's our mission, ain't it? I'm just happy to be here with everyone. But I told you guys, don't put yourselves for my sake. Yeah, we know. Don't worry. Okay. That's cool. Light's remembering his siblings. Specifically, a sister that's actually going to be story relevant, and it's not just there to be a flashback. Oh, that's cool. I can tell you have a lot of talent, Mia. With these guys' help, you're as good as enrolled. Thanks, Mr. Dark. I know you're just being nice. I'm not just being nice. I mean it. You're very talented. I do mean it, with utmost sincerity. Not many humans could harness the power for spellcasting. I may be level 9,999 now, but I still don't have spellcasting skills. True. He circumvents all of it with his gotcha. It's the only reason he's able to do anything at the level that he is. I guess you could call me a mage, but an unorthodox one who uses cards to control magic. Heart of the cards! It's time to duel! I only pretend to use chant cancellation to hide my identity. It doesn't matter how high level... It doesn't matter how high my level gets. No cards, no magic. Mia has real skills. Impressive skills that I lack. Thank you, Mr. Dark. So what made you guys want to be adventurers? Actually, my parents are dead too. They perished in a fire. What? Lord Dark survived, but his face was badly burned. We searched for a rare potion that will heal his wounds. That's a pretty good cover story. Nemamu and I spent our lives in service of Lord Dark's parents. Now that they're gone, we serve him instead. Naturally, we worked this out beforehand. Yes. This is a cover story. And it's a really good cover story. No one's going to look into them on that, because who would want to be a jerk and be like, I'm going to look in on this to verify it? No. A story like that, you take at face value. Whether it's real or not. And to be fair, his parents are dead. That's the part that's the truth. And you got to admit, that was pretty messed up. Just because Light lived there, someone was like, oh yeah, he was a master potential, a pseudo-master. Let's just get rid of his entire village. That was messed up. But like I said, this is a series that doesn't hold back when it wants to be gruesome and cruel and terrifying. In a good way or a bad way. But mostly, I just want to see the world. If we find that potion, it's a bonus. Wow, that's rough. A potion for burns? Sorry about the mask. I always keep it on to cover my wounds. Don't worry, we don't mind. Oh, me next. I got a question. Oh, okay. Are Gold and Nemamu like a couple? Man, this really does feel like early Overlord, doesn't it? Didn't someone on that adventuring party ask Momon and Nabe the same question? I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. Me and this gold-plated, thick-headed lummox? Absolutely not. For my part, I like my women more robust. A woman with enough chest to hold up a gold necklace. Damn. You didn't have to be so savage about it, Gold. My chest is perfectly normal-sized. Huh? So that's your type, Gold? In that case, Nemamu, how about you and me? No, thank you. I only have eyes for Lord Dark. You won't let age stand between you? Okay, you know what? Fair enough. That's a good question. Nemamu was saying some crazy stuff earlier. Crazy stuff that I'm even wondering if the anime is going to leave in at all. So she makes a very valid point. Nonsense! Our Lord needs a lady of greater endowment. I said they're perfectly normal-sized. Sorry, this is all Gimra's fault. Don't mention it, really. I'm sorry they keep doing this. We made Lord Dark apologize again. I think this is fun. Oh boy. Ah, fresh troll remnants. Wonderful. That sword of yours is amazing, Kyoto. These materials will come in handy indeed. No more screwing around, Yannick. How long are you gonna keep me at this? Pfft, monster hunting. You think I raided the Elven Queendom's treasury for this? I know you did not, Kyoto. But all of this is necessary if I'm to discover how to exceed level limits. Next, I'll lead the most important component of all. A human test subject. Ooh. Oh no! Chapter 12. We're really close to the end of this stream, and I think I should end it soon. Yeah. Looks like another busy day in the dungeon. We'll be waiting a while. Hey, is that them? Think so. Yeah, it's totally them. The ones who beat the Quad-Scythe Mantis a couple weeks ago. It's the Black Motley. Wait a minute. Is that the name they go by in the novels? I don't remember if that's that name. No, I think they go by a different name. It sounds like they picked a name for us. That proves we're making a splash. You can say that again. Hi, Mr. Dark. Oh, it's been a while, you guys. We haven't seen you since we beat the Mantis. It's odd we haven't run into each other. Nah, the dungeon's really big, and since everyone camps there, it's hard to meet someone without planning it. But I'm glad we did. Now we can finally give you our thank you gift. Thank you gift? Go on, Mia. I'm going. Don't push me. Here, Mr. Dark. It's not much, but this is for you. Aw. What is it? Well, it's a salve? It's a salve? What is that word? It's a salve for burns? My late grandmother taught me of its use? I'm afraid I can't heal scars, but it should make them hurt less at least. I'm sorry, have I gone too far? No, not too far at all. I appreciate this, Mia. Mia spent ages thinking of how to thank you for all your help. It's perfect. Let's see, how to repay you, huh? There's no need. What's a worthy item that would suit Mia? Release! Here, as thanks for the medicine. Oh, yes. This is about to come in crucial handy. A Knot of Prayer, a double SR card. The card says it makes a small miracle if you wish hard enough. Its gacha rank is high, but its effect is uncertain. You'll see soon enough. I'm still not sure exactly what it does, what it takes to activate it, or what it does. Oh, don't worry, Light. You'll see what it does soon enough. It may be double SR, but it looks like an everyday accessory, so it should make a decent gift. Wow, it's beautiful! The medicine really isn't anything special. I can't accept something as fancy in return. It's not just for the medicine. It's for the thought behind it, too. Please, go on and take it. I insist. Okay, then. Thank you, Mr. Dark. Good for you, Mia. Sweet, it's a nice red. Perfect fit. Good call, Mr. Dark. Thank you again. I'll treasure it forever and ever. She gets a present? What about me? Stop before you embarrass him. Are you sure about that gift, Lord Dark? It's a double SR. It's worth far more than that dubious salve. The salve itself may not be much, but it's the thought that counts, Nemamu. And your gift was thoughtful, my lord. A woven bracelet in colors picked to suit the girl. A gift beyond reproach, if you ask me. Well chosen. You're right. The girl's well chosen, too. You could learn from her, Nemamu. The snowfield in Tier 5. Alright, I'm heading to the Abyss for a bit. Hunt those Yetis while I'm gone. Yes, my lord. You can count on us. At first, the size of Daga's dungeon shocked me. Release! Teleportation! But it turned out to work to our advantage. We don't see many other adventurers, especially not on Tier 5 where few reach anyway. We don't have to worry about being seen. That's why I can do this. That's good anyway. Oh, Lord Light, welcome home. I've eagerly awaited you, blessed Lord. Hya! Lord Light, long time no see. Purr. Purr. I can't do a cat noise. Purr. No. Purr? Nope. I can't do it. I can't make a good cat purr. I can pop back and forth to the Abyss to handle matters. Hi everyone, good to be back. How does Operation Adventurer, Lord Light? Pretty well. It's refreshing. We've made some new friends. It's nice to be reminded there are good people on the surface too. Yeah, I'm sure that's very good. I'm glad to hear it, Lord Light. Blessed Lord Light, here's my report on the preparations for your revenge on Sasha. We'll be ready to proceed in about 10 days. Wow. That's great. Thank you, Ellie. I'm glad I left this in your hands. You're too kind, Blessed Lord. I'm most grateful. Keep up the good work. Remember, use whatever you need. The sky's the limit. Understood, your blessedness. And you three, you're in charge of managing the Abyss, May. As you wished, Lord Light. Aoyuki, spearhead the survey of the primeval forest. Meow. Meow. Yeah, I can meow. I can't do a purr. Me next, Lord Light. Me. What should I do? Let's see. Nazuna. Nazuna's specialty is melee combat. She's the strongest of all of us. She's also good for keeping the mood bright. She's a great big ball of sunshine. However, thinking isn't her strong suit. If a job calls for careful planning, she needs to stay out of it. Yeah. Well, Nazuna, someone needs to defend the Abyss while I'm out. If a really strong enemy shows up, will you protect everyone? Wow. You got it, Lord Light. I'll keep everyone super safe. Alright. Your next plan's got a spot for me too, right? Hurry up and get working on it already, K. Ellie? I know what I'm doing, Nazuna. My preparations will be impeccable, as the Blessed Lord demands. Ha! 10 days, that feels so far away. I can't wait to see Sasha's face when she falls into despair. Now that's something to look forward to. Indeed, Light, but that's not going to be for a while. In terms of reading the story. Okay, 2 chapters left. The swamps of Tier 3. Another hour till shift change, huh? Look, no fog tonight. You don't get this view of the swamp often. Yep, been coming here for years and this ain't the norm. I wish it was like this every night. It helps when lookouts can actually see. Yeah, but don't get sloppy. You ain't gotta tell me. You heard of those, black motleys? Nah, who are they? Some human party everyone's talking about. A kid in a mask, a golden knight, and some kind of fairy princess. I'm sorry, what? Did you just refer to Nemamu as a fairy princess? ID. I see. Word is they made it down to Tier 5 in just a couple days. Come on, now you're pulling my leg. I ain't sleepy enough to fall for that. I swear, lots of folks saw him hauling Yeti Magistone to the guild hall, and that's not all. I hear they took out the Quad Scythe Mantis, casting tactical class magic without even chanting. The hell? Don't tell me you believe that nonsense. I didn't at first, but that mage girl with the red hair was there. So she says it's true, huh? Might not just be rumors then. Still, a human beating the Mantis without chanting. Pretty wild, huh? So what is he, some hero or champion reborn or something? Now you're the one telling tales, Gilbert. A for real champion? If he is, here's hoping he turns things around for us humans. That's literally half of his goal. Enough's enough. I'm sick of the other tribes looking down on us. I hear ya. Feels like it's gotten worse lately. Here's to the world getting better. Here, here! Just look at that. Real nice weather tonight. Sure is. I never seen so many stars over the swamp before. And wasted on a couple old farts like us. Sadly true. Shit. Awful cold out, too. Be back. Gotta take a leak. Dig a hole for it this time. And fill it so your piss don't stink up the stars. Shut up. Phew. Hey, Gil, time to wake the others and change shifts. Honestly. Don't act. Any of you insects know not to keep your superiors waiting. Who? Gil! Calm down. Keep it steady. Bastard. He killed the whole crew. It's all swamp around. If he walked here, we'd have heard him. How'd Gilbert go down without a fight? It's gotta be magic. A superior being is talking. Answer me. See, this is why I hate you humans. I can't top an elf's magic. No way I can beat him alone. I need to get out of here. Gotta tell the guild there's a killer on the loose. They'll listen even if I'm human. They'll gather a party to hunt him down. Well, nothing to say for yourself? I've got my foot on your friend's head here. Even the lowest worm should have something to say. Sorry, Gil. But right now I have to tell the guild. It's the only way we win this. A smoke bomb? Running away, then. How cowardly are you, human? Laugh it up, pointy ears. You'll get what's coming to you from killing my friends. As long as he can't see me, most of his combat magic's useless. That's any mage's weak spot. I gotta get out of his range before the smoke clears. I've adventured here for years. I know it like my backyard. The only map I need is in my head. Let that damn elf try catching me. I'll make sure he pays for Gilbert and the rest. No. How? That ain't magic. That blast did physical damage. What the hell was it? The hell was that? The hell was that? It's not fair. Phew. Such a shame you tried to run. You humans may not be strong, but you sure are crafty. Mr. Kyoto, honestly, I asked you to take them alive. You've killed all of them but one. One's enough for your tests, isn't it? Not ideally. The more subjects, the better. Success is built on a foundation of failure. Fine, I'll be careful next time. But if any of them worms try fighting back, they're dead. Nothing pisses me off more. I understand that all too well. One does meet such humans. The fools think that if they only strive, they might beat us. They're just sacks of garbage swollen with delusion. To teach them their place would be a long, painful process. One I cannot perform here. It's good to kill that sort. For a dark elf, you sure do speak my language. The foulest of garbage may yet find worth as part of my research. They should give themselves willingly to that glory. If they cannot understand that, they're better off dead anyway. Now, let us secure more specimens. We'll find all the subjects I could possibly need in this dungeon. Oh no. Look, Mia's mooning over that bracelet again. Well, she is getting to be that age. She's growing up. Jeez, will you give it a rest? Let's focus on the second tier this time. Who knows? We might bump into Mr. Dark in the dungeon again. Here's hoping we do. You can ask him out if you want. As your big brother, I approve of Mr. Dark. I told you, it's not like that. I respect him as a mage, that's all it is. Now quit teasing or no more support spells for you. Yikes, sorry, Mia. Come on, break time is over. Move. We just got carried away is all. That's actually cute. That is kind of cute. But, everyone, we've reached the final chapter of the stream. Because this is the end of Volume 2. Once this chapter is over, we will make our way over to this volume next time. So let's wrap things up. Unless, of course, you have anything else you want to say in the chat, because I don't mind talking about anything else. I'm not on the clock yet, but I probably would want to finish this within the hour. Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Dark, sir. More Magistone from the Yetis on Tier 5? Another marvelous haul from you and your party. I shed tears of joy, you're safe. You must be tired by all means, relax. Need something to eat? Ale, perhaps? We're fine, thank you. Just count the stones, please. Right away, Mr. Dark, sir. I see someone's changed her tune. Indeed, when we brought in our first haul, you treated us like common thieves. There's no way humans got this many. Not honestly, anyway. I'm watching you. I'm sorry, I meant nothing by it. I promise you, the entire guild will make sure it never happens again. If word got out, we disrespected a party that brought in so much icy Magistone, everyone here could be out of a job. Wow. We made a special exception to promote you 2 ranks from F straight to D, didn't we? Please continue to work with us, sir, please. Icy Magistone cools things down. It's used for research and creating certain equipment. However, few adventurers can reach Tier 5 where the monsters that drop it live. The supply for this Magistone never meets the demand, but we can bring in a sack of it in a day, which explains the change in attitude. We'll do everything it takes to make this right, sir. In that case, promote him. D rank is unthinkable. Any rank but the highest is unthinkable for Lord Dark. I wish we could. Mr. Dark's skills and contributions certainly deserve it. I'd love to recommend him for a promotion to C, but I'm afraid he hasn't been registered long enough. Policy dictates he needs 3 to 4 years experience. The early promotion to D was already unprecedented. Though perhaps with further achievement, we might be able to fast-track another promotion. Further achievement? As it happens, I may already have a lead on a promising job. What kind of job? What's this? Attention, adventurers! Dispatch from the guild! We've just received an urgent new quest! There are reports of several suspicious deaths in Dagas Dungeon itself. Investigators say an adventurer slayer is at large. A slayer, eh? Their motives are still unclear, but their victims are mostly human adventurers. Humans or not, we cannot tolerate the murder of adventurers in guild-affiliated dungeons. You adventurers who bring back precious resources are the lifeblood of our guild. Plus, if we don't stop them now, they may attack other tribes. Order and safety will prevail in Dagas Dungeon. We're offering a reward to anyone who can stop the Slayer. As we have no reliable description of the perpetrator, there's also a reward for any information that helps bring them to justice. Oh ho, that's quite a sum. My lord? Yeah. I take it this is the job you mentioned? It sounds like a promotion to me, sir. So Lord Dark, we're off to catch the Adventurer Slayer? Right. What timing for such a quest. It works out rather nicely in our favor, but we shouldn't rejoice just yet. You're right. Boosting our ranks may be our main goal, but the Slayer is targeting humans. There's no way I'm letting that slide. And there it is. There it is, people. There it is. Nope, wait, hang on. I wanna Circle, circle. This shows Light's character. This isn't even a part of his revenge target, and he's, like, still pissed off about the whole, like, humans being targeted, and he is gonna deliver retribution for them. They're targeting adventurers. That's all we know thus far. Perhaps your gift can produce something to help us identify them. Could be. My unlimited gacha can turn out all different types of cards, but I don't know about one that could point out a killer. But if we work together and use the cards, it shouldn't be that hard to find them. We could bring backup and comb over the dungeon. In that case, we should return to the Abyss Den. Get back, Lord Dark! Something's happening. What is that thing? Mia! Whoa. That's right. Whoa! Yep. Mia! And the bracelet broke, because that was the miracle. It makes a miracle happen if you wish for it hard enough. And there it is. Oh, to be continued in Volume 3. We've done it. We've done it. Special thanks. Yup. I don't care about that. Next up. Look at that. Look at that, everyone. The volume cover artwork. What Aoyuki's SUR card looks like, which I will always vouch for getting, like, physical trading cards. These look awesome. And this is the colored variant. Look at this. Look at this. This is so cool, isn't it? Well, we've reached the end of the stream. Thank you all so much for joining me today for the next installment of Backstabbed in a Backwater Dungeon. Like I said at the beginning, things were definitely not to my favor. There will be one other thing dropping today. It'll be for the Toku fans out there, if you caught what I was saying earlier. What else? Just some other things that are happening. So I got lucky that things turned out this way, even though I really wanted to not leave you hanging with nothing for the weekend. But I do need to set time aside for myself to do my own things. So that's about it for today. The other video will be dropping later, and if it's not able to go to YouTube, you'll see a post before the day is over with a link to the Patreon where you can watch it for free, because that's how I do my stuff anyway. So if it doesn't work there, it'll work. If it doesn't work the first way, it'll work the second way. So thank you all so much for joining me today. Hope you like to hit the like button, subscribe, share the video with a friend, join the Patreon, and of course, keep your notifications on, because as always, I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.